We battled COVID for the past 2 years. We did not battle norovirus. In Minnesota, cases plummeted down to 0 at one point, but now we are seeing the number of cases rapidly increase and at a very unusual time. Fox 9's Karen Scullen explains what we are seeing and how we can prevent the spread.
We've shed the masks and are now socializing again, but we've also gotten a little too loose on the hand washing, and the norovirus numbers are going up fast. 110 outbreaks in Minnesota so far this year. That's not cases, but rather sources that made hundreds of people sick.
Typically, our peak month for Minnesota for norovirus outbreaks is December, and we're looking, October through March-ish would be our main season for norovirus when we see it with that winter seasonality. And this year, we're having a very large amount of transmission this spring.
And it's likely due to us coming out of pandemic precautions and only now getting out and about. The breakdown on current outbreaks looks like this. 63% were in long-term care facilities, 13% restaurants, 10% child care facilities, and 10% in schools. You may remember the outbreak from restaurants serving a certain brand of oysters earlier this month.
Norovirus is our most common cause of, that acute gastrointestinal illness or kind of sudden onset of vomiting and diarrhea. So norovirus is absolutely one of the causes of food poisoning.
Common symptoms include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and abdominal cramps, and they begin 12 to 48 hours after ingestion of the virus.
It has to get in someone else's mouth and get swallowed for it to make them sick. And we're not talking about like a crazy amount. We're talking about very, very small numbers of virus.
Prevention is all about hand washing, not hand sanitizer.
It's a really hardy virus. It's kind of really tough. And so it kind of says, hand sanitizer, I'm still okay. And so people really need to use that soap and water for 20 seconds and running water to actually physically remove that virus from their hands.
It's important to note, unless you're compromised in some way, most patients make a full recovery. But it is a miserable 1 to 2 days. In the newsroom, Karen Scullen, Fox 9.